Hello, viewers. I'm SB,
And I'm Amabel.
and welcome back to Amabel Goes to Forex School. Did you sing this
Yeah.
much in normal school? The non-Forex school? I feel like you do a lot of singing
Um,
in my school.
I, you know, here's the thing. I was a theater kid.
Okay.
Of course I was. And also, like, my last year of high school, I had three of my six classes were just video, which were kind of like do whatever you want classes. I did sing quite a bit, mostly very quietly and shyly, because, people would yell at me and beat me up. But because of you, this is your fault. Because of you, I do not feel shame about singing.
Well, that's good. Okay.
But I'm like, well, if she can do it,
Which of
it should
course,
be okay for me
which
to
of
do it.
course I don't, as far as anyone knows. Anyway, we're
Yeah.
attacking Ricarth today.
Yes.
Ricarth's buddies left him to die.
Violence.
So yeah, violence. He does have a big ass dragon. He does have a lot of crossbows. There's a lot of crossbows, and he does have a siege piece. But we have 40 units. I'm fairly confident we get the job done. What I'm mostly debating over now is who is leading the attack and who is showing up as reinforcements. I am inclined to start Yuanbo and just fall back toward the reinforcement
Yeah.
point.
Because I don't think
'Cause I
I
think
don't
this
really
army
recall.
stands up to being rushed a little bit better.
Yeah.
But what I'm mostly worried about is that the Dark Shards have considerably more range than our ranged units. And so there's a version of this where he bullies us, like carefully bullies us at a distance. And I want to, not that I think the AI necessarily has the wherewithal, but like, even if he just runs up to maximum range and starts shooting, then we have to run at him under a hail of crossbow fire. I don't know. So the reason I might want to start Lei Tang and have Yuan Bo show up as reinforcements is that lets us start with the cannons on the field.
Yeah.
But his army is in much worse shape overall. I think it's going to be Yuan Bo leading the attack.
Yeah.
So what we want to do here is we want to move Lei Tang until Lei Tang is definitely up against the edge of Ricarth's zone of control. Because right now, if you see when I mouse over Ricarth with Yuan Bo selected, we don't have a little arrow indicating reinforcement from Lei Tang. He's not quite close enough. So we want to move, but not attack, so that when we do the mouse over here, there we go. You see the arrow now?
Yes.
Okay. He probably, my guess is he's going to fall back, but I don't know what. With Yuan Bo attacking from this angle, he's probably going to end up falling back southward, and then we'll just chase him and get him after the fallback.
Okay.
Do we want to... Where's my hero? Do we want to have our hero throw in some XP or grab some XP? Make this battle a little softer. Wow, actually, the hero's really not likely to succeed on these actions. The chance of a wound is almost 20%. Jeez. Okay. Our hero can do something else later in the turn. Let's do it.
Violence.
Murder! He does not back up, and in fact, we are offered merely a Pyrrhic victory. Lose a couple units of long spears. Lose literally all of our... Huh.
I mean, you gotta fight this, right?
You mean manually?
Yeah.
I guess.
Because let me tell you what I want to see.
Okay.
I want to see your big statue man fuck stuff up.
Okay. All right.
And-
Casualties
and-
medium overall. I mean, that's probably gonna fuck us up pretty badly. I don't necessarily think we're coming out of this battle without getting pretty fustigated either. To be clear, but all right, let's take it by hand.
But that's a lot of.
There's a lot.
Casualties.
It's a lot.
And I think you can do better than that.
Let's hope so. All right.
And if not, it'll be entertaining for me.
So pain points to watch out for here. Obviously, they have a bolt thrower. They have a proper siege range ballista. that is going to be particularly good at dealing damage to large units. So we want to make sure it doesn't get a bead on the Longmaw Riders or the Lions or anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember what the wording is on the reflectability that the Jet Lions have. But they probably can't reflect crossbow bolts. They probably can't reflect ballista bolts. Reflects projectiles back toward the firing unit. Right, but we have to select the firing unit. It has to be within 200 meters. I don't know. The way this is worded, I suppose there's no reason it wouldn't work, but we'd have to be closer to that thing than we probably would be. And we don't have cannons, so... Boy, this battlefield is something. So it's like two big hills. Their hill is way bigger than mine. And our reinforcement position is here, a minute 50. All right, so that kind of makes me want to... Like, this is a defense of a hilltop, right?
Yeah.
Technically, they're the defending army, but they would be very foolish. Well, I don't know. Like, what do you think? I was gonna say they should try to rush us and join battle before
your reinforcements.
Before the reinforcements show up, but it's gonna take a pretty significant portion of a minute 50 just to, like, they may not get here in time.
In which case, you come at them with all 40 units.
Yeah, so I'm not actually sure. I'm not sure what I think their best play is, honestly.
Right, but the threat of reinforcements, you know,
maybe
and
we'll just hide it. Maybe I'll just hide in the woods, and
okay.
I mean, they're gonna know we're in the trees somewhere, but like, just hide in the woods, let the reinforcements show up, and then figure things out from there.
Okay, yeah.
Do I think they will advance on us? Maybe. And some of our units can't hide. Like the big statue man, I'm assuming, does not have the ability to become cloaked in. Yeah. He doesn't become stealthed by the woods, but he can be like way over here. If they would like to advance on him, they may. So I'm not going to think people's positions out too thoroughly here.
Right.
Can the Longmaw Riders hide in the woods if we get them on the ground? No, it doesn't look like it. Horses are too big. All right, well, you guys get to hang out with the statue. What about y'all, crowmen? Looks like the crowmen also do not become hidden in the woods, which is weird. But it's just, you know, in part it's a game balance thing.
Right.
All right, well then y'all also are just going to stay in the air.
I mean, have you hung out with crows very much?
No, but I would like to.
They're very talkative.
Yeah, that's
so
fair.
I think that compromises their ability to hide.
Oh, I forgot. We're on our side of the border, so we do have our ancestral warriors too.
Okay.
We have a summonable unit. Just trying to fast forward through this first 2 minutes of the battle. It does look like they're maybe not coming forward. In fact, they backed their siege. They backed their siege unit away from us. That's really interesting.
I mean, yes, that indicates to me like they're like, okay,
they're just going to try
we're going to hunker down for the defense. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just going to try to use this hill as a fortress. I mean, they've got a range advantage. They've got the high ground. I guess I see it. All right, let's get our folks in here and see what's what. So, first things first. Satang the Watcher does have a range of 413. He outranges their siege unit.
Okay.
Which I did not realize. The cannons also, I believe, have a larger range. Yeah, they're not... So we can roll up and like pick at them and try to bring them forward in kind of the same... Actually, you know what? The place that everybody's rolling to seems fine to me. You know, they come in with orders just to like move a certain direction, a certain distance into the map. I'm going to let them do this, and then... Cannons in front. We'll see how the the AI responds. We'll arrange our units and approach in a way that makes sense. I guess you guys may as well close up. This is as fast forwarded as it gets, by the way, in case that was not clear. Yep, and we're very much bound by the speed of our cannons, unfortunately here. You notice the 2 wounded units of cannons did regenerate enough to get a 3rd cannon rebuilt each. So we have 10 cannons in total. So when we look at the combat ranges here, like I think it is the case that units on high ground effectively have more range. I think it does some math on that. But the difference between 350 and 450 is still pretty significant. And I'm wondering if the thing to do is to just literally just like roll the cannons forward until the edge of the green cones covers the enemy front line, and just blast at them from the bottom of the hill and make them run down the hill at us.
No, that makes sense.
If we're going to do that, the support positions for the rest of these troops, we want to have clean, open line of sight for the gunners. But most of our troops are arrow, a lot of our ranged troops are arrow troops and can just do their thing from wherever. Do our arrow troops have... Okay, so our arrow troops have 140 range. We have range comparable to their crossbows with our normal bows. And that's not obviously a propelling the projectiles issue. That's an accuracy issue for the Iron Hail.
Okay, gotcha.
Right, you can't trust that you will hit anything in particular beyond 90 yards. Yeah. So let's move. Let me get, for the sake of moving things around, I'm going to put all of the spears in one command group. Even though we probably will not command them as a single unit. Just for the sake of getting things spaced right now. Let's form some elementary groups. Because there's a lot of guys, a lot of bodies.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll move the guns forward here. The archers to maybe just in front of the spears. And then the cannons to just in front of the archer position. Then we can have the melee troops run forward easily there if we need to. We have a bunch of lions that I don't exactly know what to do with. Lions at the edge of the forest. Yeah, you also are over here. And then we have some like weird incidental units. We have that one unit of jade swords. We have that one unit of grenades. So the grenadier unit from the one army. They don't really know what to do with. And then of course we have our couple of flying units and all of our character units. I guess you want to get up by the you're going to be part of the siege crew. The flyers I want to keep in reserve, but not so far back, because, it would be nice for them to be able to join the battle on a moment's notice.
Yeah.
And then we have Wizard and Gatemaster and Lord and Celestial General, and it's like... There's a lot of support characters who want to be close enough to be able to affect the battle and also close enough to be able to... provide their various auras.
Yeah.
So Shunma has 160 range. He is effectively part of the Archer Corps. So I'm just going to attack him over here. Yombo can be up there. The enemy has made no movement.
I definitely think this is a mistake on their part.
And this is almost the right range. I almost accidentally did the thing. Do you think it's a mistake for them to just like watch us set up?
Yeah, with
What do
how
you
many.
what do you think they should be doing right now?
Well, I think I understand wanting to maintain a defensive posture and not wanting to just rush out and then get slaughtered so you're fresh for the defense. But I think having like some contingent that was sent forward to harass or to try to turn a flank, like come up alongside the woods, would be much more sound.
Hmm.
Given that there's no fortifications on this hill, it's just a hill.
It's just a hill.
Yeah, and when you're outnumbered this much, by it's just a hill. Like, yes, in a way, the woods kind of create a natural funnel. That's certainly what the Battle of Agincourt. There are a lot of factors that led to the English victory, and one was the choice of this narrow little wedge of ground that the French had to charge into through mud, which also, that terrain definitely helped them,
Hmm.
help the English, and then the English longbows. And but the thing is, what advantage do they have here? They're not making use of anything. They're not coming up in range to hit you. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're waiting for.
Yeah, this does seem like at this point, are they hoping I'll spend all my ammunition?
This reminds me, as many things do, of the Battle of the Alma in 1854.
That sounds like a joke, but you have brought up the Battle of the Alma on a number of occasions.
Well, so my very first board game to ever be published was about the Battle of the Alma. So it was like something that I knew a lot about.
Mm-hmm.
I did a lot. I've actually done 2 games on it.
Okay. For some reason, that was the line. Now they're coming.
But at the beginning of the battle, while Lord Raglan, the British commander, was off behind enemy lines with his staff made entirely of his nephews watching the battle, he didn't give any orders to his men and just lined them up in range of the enemy cannon, and his subordinate commanders just would not move without orders, so the men were just shelled for hours.
That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm listening to your story, but also I was talking about the bow.
Oh, okay. Well, yes, but so this, I don't understand what they're doing here. That dinosaur has a lot of heads. That's a hydra.
That's a war hydra. That is a war hydra. It is a legitimate terror. It has fiery breath and scaly skin. So a thing we should talk about here is the missile strength of Satang the Watcher is actually pretty
that's pretty good, right?
Pretty focused on anti-large. So I had him just shooting at random troops, so he should probably be shooting at either Ricarth or the War Hydra. I guess I want to burn Ricarth out pretty badly. The Hydra on the ground, yeah, we want to focus on Ricarth if we can. Getting rid of Ricarth is a big deal. Our guy also has a wind bow attack. It's a magic missile that does... So it's 6 projectiles that have explosive damage. This tooltip reads to me like a thing you shoot into a group of enemies rather than at a guy. This is a thing you shoot at an infantry unit. They are moving, is worth noting, they are moving their Reaper bolt throwers forward. They're not in range yet, but I do want to make sure that we are keeping an eye on that. If they move their whole army forward at just walk speed, they're going to get further and further away from the bolt throwers, and we might just drop our ancestral warriors on them. Scavid reinforcement style.
Yeah.
For right now, though, things are just kind of continuing. I have the shelling kind of aimed at the central group of these dudes. So if we get some target wander, why are you stopping? Are you crazy? If we get some wander, they'll at least wander at something. Yeah, this is the danger of shooting at the big monster, is that if you miss, you don't hit anything. Whereas if we're shooting at these guys, you probably still...
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. Probably retarget the artillery. Why did they keep stopping? All right, so where are we? Okay, you're starting to get in actual range. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try out our wind bow here. What they're doing is they're stopping to keep their artillery supported. They don't want to let me drop a summon. I'm going to try. He has to run forward slightly because that ability only has 350 range. But we're going to counter fire on these Reaper Bolt throwers. And hopefully it will do something cool. And we have now the question of like, when do we launch the flank, right? Because I'm gonna what I'm planning on doing here is running the Crowmen up one side, the Longmaw Riders up the other.
Right. Sir. Yeah.
Well, hold on. Would you listen to me?
What?
So I want to do that at a point where like first of all, I have time to pay attention to them because it is entirely possible the enemy just turns crossbows and tries to shoot them down. And I would love to do it after the crossbows feel like pretty committed to the battle, but we also don't want to do it so late that they don't, like, a little bit of distraction on the flanks is fine. I'm just like, I think it's probably still too early now, but I don't know when will be right. And so I'm a little nervous about that. I'm a little nervous about their crossbow or their Reaper starting to get to work. But let's see about Setang using his ability. We can aim some rounds of cannon fire at the Reapers. Okay, wait a second. Oh, jeez. That did like 40% of this unit's health in a single strike.
Okay.
Yeah, that was like hitting them with a rocket battery. All right. Next round of cannon fire goes to these guys, but that may be all that's necessary.
I will say that
we're not, I think, in a position where I would want to drop the warriors because I think they'll just turn around and shoot the ancestral warriors to death.
I do think the thing where they slowly march towards you directly, is not the best move. Like, so many things they could have done differently here.
Okay, another direct hit on what's his face. Here comes the round of cannon fire. Oh, Jesus, the accuracy. Devastating. All right, we're getting into like troop range though.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the question. Now, do we even bother with the ancestral warriors, or are they going to break? I don't really want to devote the time to watching them.
Right.
I am going to send the flying units on a pretty wide flank, and this is again just to sort of test how distractible they are.
Right.
And it's probably about time to start running up the melee troops. So they don't have a lot of... One problem with their army is I was like, they have a lot of crossbows, but that means they don't have enough melee to guard all their crossbows. So we're going to hopefully be able to just kind of scoot a lot of our lions and stuff around while we engage with the spears. I think I am just going to, like, it's just going to be spear troops go.
Okay.
At this point, they could just stop their archers and let us run in on them, but I don't actually know that that's a good idea for them anymore, given the way this has started to turn. Swords. Well, we want to keep a couple of spear units, or a couple of melee units back for harmony reasons, right?
Yeah.
Like, who's the most injured? Okay, you two. You two are group 5 now. Group 5 is the hang back and keep our ranged units juiced up crew. So we'll just kind of spread them out. I got to remember this harmony mechanic because we want to keep all of our units' stats up. And you know what? I do think it's time for the lions as well. We're just gonna go. Maybe it's a little bit early to go full court press, but we're gonna go full court press. Hey, my Jade Lion's at full health. Wasn't it horribly injured?
I thought so.
Yeah, so did I. Weird. Okay, whatever. I'm not going to complain about it, certainly. And then that leaves the arrow troops, who I think are just
Wait, I
going to
thought I
start...
thought it got killed. Did you have more than one Jade Lion?
No, the Jade Lion and Yuanbo's army never...
Okay.
This is that one. I think with the ranged units, we're just going to start focusing on their lord here.
Okay.
Between him and the bow, just hope to get the damage. I mean, like, so this is the dragon is the primary concern for the Iron Hail gunners. The dragon and then the Hydra. And so where do I want to position them? Maybe I actually need to bring them out of the... Maybe I should have had them behind everybody the whole time. Because they can shoot... This is still hillside. So they can shoot the big monsters over my melee troops. And I don't necessarily... we don't necessarily need them engaged in the troop melee battle. Okay, so all this stuff is happening. Everybody's moving forward. The cannons are staying put. I might go one more volley just to make sure these dudes are broken back there.
Okay.
And then the question of how are we using our magic? You are also on shooting Ricarth duty. You have an ability that gives bonus defenses to people around. Yeah, it's not terribly relevant. Yeah, we have a couple of decent spells. Obviously, harmonic convergence on a spear unit that manages to catch the Hydra or whatever would be pretty good. We also have access to Yuan Bo's magic, which is a lot more explodey. Something to keep an eye on. So he's what? He's pretty good anti-infantry in this form, and in dragon form, he's a dragon. We might want to keep him small for this battle, honestly.
Okay.
Let's let them approach a little bit more. Oh, right, they have cold ones. Well, even more reason to move up my spears. I forgot about the cold ones. Stealthy cavalry. Okay, so I'm just gonna have you guys charge the cold ones directly. Let's just make sure that they get spears. They will not do very well against the spear troops. So you can see 30 attack, 29 defense. They have some kind of charge bonus. It's not like amazing. And then they have their primal instincts and stuff. They're supposed to just like get up in your archers and fuck shit up. They're not going to be very effective against... okay, those guys are really fucked. We can redirect the cannons. Let's just start shooting at ranged units. They're not going to be very effective against like proper anti-large melee at all. Okay, so with that being the case, like I am flying through these ranged troops cones a little bit. We'll see if they turn to focus. They are. They are turning to focus. Okay. You guys can start with this. So these are just run directly into their ranged. That's your job. The Jade Lion, we want to position a little bit more carefully because it's a little bit less of like just a specifically anti-archer monster. We probably want to use the Jade Lion to fuck up the front line a little bit. But we can certainly throw some Lion's Breath out to unsettle these troops as our friends approach. And then actually we'll go this way after doing that. We're past... Okay, the siege crew is permanently broken. That's great news. We're kind of past the line of fire here, so we're gonna just turn and come in on this side. On this side, they have turned to track, so I'm gonna back these guys out a little bit. But that's one unit of range that we don't have to worry about. Do I want to... No, I want to leave you focused on the ranged. So Ricarth is getting in. He's at about half health already. We are taking some pretty serious damage from I don't even know what. Something exploded. They have magic, of course.
Okay.
So it's hard to know exactly. Yeah, but you're just running up to meet people. Yeah, we took a lot of damage from something explosive occurring. Try to hold that guy. Y'all try to get over here.
And you're still holding on to your ancestral troops.
Yeah, my intention right now is to use them as to just drop them on the backside of some engaged melee unit. Apologies if that's like a boring way to use them. I know that's the thing I'm always doing, but
I mean, it works.
Yeah, it works.
Here's the thing: if it works,
all right, new orders, go go go. All right, that'll fuck up those archers for a little bit.
Watching for enfilades as one, swift and fierce.
This guy's gonna go fuck up some archers. Let's move our grenadiers forward enough that they can throw grenades over the top of some of our units. Ranged iron hail gunners can turn and fire on monsters. Boy, this harpy just or the hydra, just ripped right through the unit of spears that I had assigned to it. At this point, it might be wise to withdraw the cannons. The cannons, I think, have maybe done a lot of what they're going to get done, and they are getting wrecked. Oh, they had a unit of shades, too. You know what I might do is to just drop the Ancestral Warriors here and just try to fuck these guys up.
Okay.
Just get them distracted until we can get somebody on them. This is exactly what the Longmaw Riders are for, though. Yeah, keep these guys from doing what it is they intend to do. Just put melee troops in them. Okay, keep zigzagging. You're shooting. Ricarth is in bad shape already. We could... What's the range on Wind Blast? It's pretty short, actually. Well, I am going to go ahead and cast big harmonic convergence on the unit of spears that's trying to fight the Hydra. They'll get him.
Okay.
They'll get him under control eventually. We need... Okay, we have a melee unit trying to wrap up these guys. You're going to go support your friends. Yeah, and they're collapsing. Like, this... I expect this side to collapse pretty fast.
Yeah.
Let's run Yuambo over here somewhere. This is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. We're going to run Yuambo in, shoot some magic, whatever. Oh, one more thing. Sorry, I know I keep pausing. Let me turn off guard mode on all the lions. Sorry, you guys are pursuit troops. When I say stay on them, I mean stay on them.
Why are you apologizing for... Everyone loves it when you pause.
I know, people keep saying that, but it's just like, it feels like I'm being finicky. I don't know.
That's how you win.
Being finicky. Yeah, you're not wrong. Okay, yeah, let me grab the cannon units and just tell them to, like, fuck off. Just get out of there, guys. You have done what you have the ability to do. The one thing I could have done with Yuanbo, and I haven't, and I was trying to save magic for more consequential spells, but maybe this is a fuck up, is I didn't use the Net of Emintalk at all. And I could have maybe, like, tried to bind the Hydra up on approach.
Okay.
Try to prevent it from getting all the way in. I was concerned about other things, and maybe that was foolish. Okay, interestingly, this unit of Dark Shards is just chasing the birds. Like, full pursuit. I don't think that's very smart, personally. Alright, we have flashbangs. Does this affect... Yeah, this affects an area. I guess binding these troops isn't really that important. These guys are definitely losing already. But I'm not going to get to use my flashbangs if I don't, you know.
Daemons, commander! Decisive strategy!
Alright, I'm going to fold you on bow in. I think the archers are under control mostly. So I'm going to fold you on bow in here. Ricarth is taking just a huge amount of fire. He got into melee with Satang, which I don't think is working out for him at all. Satang, finish him.
Those cold ones seem to be in pretty bad shape too.
Yep, okay.
I guess the spearmen cracked open some cold ones with the boys.
Well done. Well done. Nicely done.
Thank you.
So yeah, the crows are coming back to battle and have led a unit of dark shards so far out of the battle that they will not return in time for it to matter. It's incredible. Huge win for the crows. Defeated an enemy unit while taking no casualties effectively. These cold ones are going to come back. It is your job to fuck up their shit and make that not work for them. And yeah, you can see the enemy melee troops are getting absolutely annihilated as one would expect. Do I have a move here that's... All right. I'm going to order a slight reformation of my archers because some of us are really close to the Hydra. But then the rest of us, aside from you guys do your thing. The rest of us are on turn on the Hydra duty. We're turning the gunners on the Hydra. We're turning Satang on the Hydra. This is going to be... It'll be bad news for the Hydra real fast. And it better be fast, because that thing is actually fucking up. Even with all the bonus melee stats, those Peasant Long Spearmen are getting devoured. The War Hydra has 66 melee attack, and it's just punching through everything we got. It is a real, actual monster. The rest of the stuff is going fine, it looks like. You stay on them. Yeah.
I've always kind of hated Hydras in video games.
Yeah?
They're a pain in the ass.
Is this a bit? This is going toward a bit?
I'm not going towards a bit. No,
Okay, it
like
just feels like
like,
you're. It feels
when
like
I-
one
when
of your
I-
classic bits.
when I was a classic Amabel goof 'em up.
Yeah.
When I was like a young child person, I had an NES game I played
Jesus.
a lot. That's pretty good. Good job.
That first volley of gunfire really reintroduces the superiority of our weapons.
I had an NES game called Battle of Olympus, Battle for Olympus, which is kind of Zelda 2-like a little bit, like side-scrolling platforming action RPG kind of thing. And there's a Hydra boss, and it was the first time I've seen a Hydra in anything. Such a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
There's 9 heads. You gotta kill 9 heads. There's too many heads. Hydra in Hades, Lerny, not his name's Lerny, right? Not a big fan of Lerny.
The Lernaean Hydra, yeah.
This Hydra, not a big fan.
All right, our crowmen are following this. Their sorceress is on a big flying horse. I didn't really talk about this because it wasn't super relevant to the battle, but their sorceress is on a big flying horse, and I have the crowmen set to just follow her around and make her life bad. We did, in fact, put down the Hydra pretty quickly. Our poor siege units, our poor cannon folk, suffered pretty badly there. They summoned a feral manticore. That's the thing that a beast's sorceress can do. It has immediately shattered. This is a problem manticores have, is they have very poor leadership in the best of circumstances. So it kind of looks like the enemy army is basically done for. That unit of dark shards came back, but I'm confident they're about to surrender.
Yeah.
We may
I
as well
think you
charge
did-
them. I think the battle's over.
I think you did a very good job with this, sweetheart.
Thank you.
So you didn't lose any units that I can see.
Yeah,
you took some losses, but
we took some heavy damage in some places. I would love to see if we can clear this sorceress. Pretty good shot. The crows are like, what the hell? Yeah, you guys just get out of there. I don't think we're gonna get her. She's about the same speed as they are. Okay, yeah. A decisive victory. The AI, the auto-resolver just kind of generally overvalues ranged units.
yeah.
It often seems to assume that ranged units will get to deliver most or all of their ammunition, in my experience. As you'll see ranged units in the auto-resolve get just like a truly bizarre number of kills.
And you took some losses, but significantly fewer than they did.
Yeah.
Like that.
Well, I mean, we had twice their numbers, which what you should expect.
Yeah, but like, I don't know.
We had twice their number, and we have guns. They should have guns. This isn't like a Wakanda situation where Cathay invented the secret of gunpowder and then has kept it secret. The men of the Empire have guns. The dwarves have guns. The Skaven have guns. Guns are a known quantity. The Dark Elves just won't use them. Crossbows.
Dark Elves are all Batman.
Crossbows are not good enough to keep up with the guns. So that Hydra got in at 837 people. Ricarth managed to kill 63 before we put him down. Overall, I think those are pretty good numbers. We stopped their siege weapon from hitting anybody at all. And yeah, we managed to pocket 4,000 gold off of them too. How did the reinforcement army fare? Pretty well overall. Obviously the cannons ate some shit, but honestly, the overall damage to the cannons isn't even that bad. Yeah, when the enemy has big flying monsters, it's very difficult to protect your siege crews. If we take replenishment here... First of all, it only replenishes the main army, right? Yeah. I think I am going to take the replenishment, though, because we're having trouble replenishing in this area, and I want to be able to push.
Yeah.
Serve the Dragon Emperor.
So his army did retreat in a direction that is not the one that I wish they had retreated in. The Beast Lord is dead. Beastmaster of none. So -5 leadership for enemy monstrous units. And +8 bonus versus large for you on both. That's actually a pretty cool trait. And a lot of XP to go around. That was big. That was a big one for earnings. Do we want to grab Celestial Court Overseer? I don't necessarily think that's a big priority, honestly. So we were going to start picking up... you wanted us to pick up Redline stuff, I think, right? Buffs for the troops.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that.
Okay, and I know I stopped off and grabbed I grabbed Judge, and then I didn't even use the Emperor's Executioner at any point during that battle. And I absolutely should have. That's an error on my part. But okay, we'll start redlining.
Fit for a price.
Sorry, we'll start picking up skill. Redlining is not. You know what I mean. You know what I mean, and it wasn't redlining. All right, evasion for our man here. A little bit of move speed, a little bit of melee defense on his way toward enchanted ammunition and whatnot. Oh, this is an ammunition bonus for the army. That's pretty cool. You may not. I don't know if you noticed during the battle. He has a. I gave him an item that gives him the ability to replenish ammunition. It has four charges of just like. Give a nearby ranged unit a bunch of ammo, which is part of the reason I was keeping him kind of close to the cannons.
Okay.
So we could have gone for quite some time with the cannon fire.
Celestial General.
And then Lei Tang and his dudes We can get up to 6% bonus casualty replenishment rate, and that's probably important. But I want to get one army with proper lightning strike as quickly as we can.
I would lead more effectively.
And you're picking up evasion on your way to better spells. Okay. So Krog, their new lord, needs to be pursued and destroyed.
Let us avoid humans.
I don't really want to run Yuan Bo. I want Yuan Bo's movement to be eastward. So I'm trying to think, like, do I think that Lei Tang,
First among
the remnants of Lei Tang's army, have what it takes to finish these guys off? And probably. The Hydra survived.
That's unfortunate.
I lost track of it. It must have run. I'm not sure how it did that because it's huge, and that is unfortunate. And I'd really rather fight the Hydra with the guns, but with it this damaged, we can probably just take it with like we should just because Yuan Bo wants to push east, wants to deal with the other stuff.
Okay.
General.
So Lei Tang, go and do this.
Battle is nigh.
It's gonna kill some of my spears to take this as an auto. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do it though. It's fine.
War is upon us.
You have satisfied my bloodlust for the day, so
That's a very small amount of replenishment. I think I'd rather take the money in this case.
Spread word. Cathay's clearance.
Okay. We had a +8 range, +8% range equipment
Servant of the dragon.
is pretty great. Keep moving you toward lightning
Such
strike.
treasures. Spoils of war.
Let's grab a little chain lightning. Chain lightning is an awfully powerful offensive spell.
Instrument of the divine.
Don't say like you know. You don't know. You don't know how spells work in this game.
Their
so. I mean, they seem to be pretty good mostly.
Yeah, I'm gonna we're gonna knock out
never-
the Scissor Men, obviously.
I've never seen you use a spell and be like, "Well, that sucks shit."
Dragon stands with
It's-
I
That's
noticed
always- that's pretty
I
good.
noticed as I was clicking that it was killing one of my units of long spears. I think that's probably not what should have happened there, but I didn't notice it in time. That's a tiny amount of replenishment. That's a pretty small amount of money. I might just take the unit experience on this one.
such a waste. We cannot.
Found ourselves a banner of swiftness. And that's all of the troops that were summoned by the construction of the relay down now. Our
Okay.
relay is here. It is solid. It is finished.
But all Cathay.
Okay, so red line. We have a bunch of different skills in this box that affect different groups of troops. So this one is melee attack for your basic young infantry. This is range and missile strength for your basic yin ranged units, archer types. Eastern Fires is missile strength and ammunition for your gunpowder. So it's interesting that groups cannons and gunners together, because usually these skills separate, your long range and your close range. That's a pretty cool savings for an army that is doing both of those things. In terms of skill points, this is for our cavalry, charge bonus and weapon strength bonus. This is for your various statue type units, armor and weapon strength. And finally, speed and weapon strength and missile strength for the remainder of your bird and balloon type stuff. I would like to get more bird and balloon type units in this army. I would like to lean into his thing a little bit more, and we just kind of haven't because we've been running the same troops forever. But we're still also going to need melee troops on the ground.
Yeah.
So I wonder if we should start with unyielding and then figure out, like, get 3 points in unyielding, just buff up the melee. This works on the peasants, and it'll work if we decide to upgrade to Jade Warriors. And then we can figure out the other
That
stuff
makes sense.
afterward.
Yeah.
I am too a tool.
And maybe this army should. Maybe this army should go to Jade Warriors, because we have a special Yuanbo has a skill that affects Jade Warriors specifically, doesn't he? Yeah, plus melee attack and plus melee defense. Although this affects all of the Jade Warriors in all armies, which I did not realize before. It's not just his own. Usually skills, just affect your own army. Legendary Lords have all kinds of crazy stuff, though.
In all things.
So let's put you in March mode, just to get you as far forward as possible. I can't quite... Can I make it back to the settlement?
Take up positions.
Okay, cool. Friendly settlement replenishment. That's good. That will be helpful. They're in March mode, though, so they can't recruit. And you... Can I put you... No, we don't have enough movement left to encamp. So I should probably step back over the line so we're getting some replenishment, even if it is non-optimal
In harmony.
Yeah.
because of the region. And then this army is not in March mode. This army absolutely could start recruiting. So we lost a unit of melee. We could just pull a long spearman replacement for the moment. We do have access to regiments of renown. Yeah, if we're gonna start,
Cathay's forces were created for such.
we could grab that other unit of crows.
Okay.
I'm a little worried about how thin this army's getting in terms of just infantry bodies.
Bread and butter. Yeah.
It's really important to have a massive infantry in an army in most cases, in my experience, so that you don't have what happened to that last army we fought happen to you. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and recruit them, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do it now.
Warriors.
I know we're not going to use them this turn, and so theoretically it's slightly more efficient to not recruit them until next turn when we're moving out again. But first of all, I'm worried I'll forget, and secondly, their upkeep's only 130 gold.
Okay.
I will not feel we will not be out the money in a way that's super meaningful. Okay, while we're down here, I do in fact want to upgrade the defenses around the Astromantic Relay. It's a very expensive move, but that's a very important building. And then down here we can install a growth building or something. One of these buildings increases the replenishment rate of troops. Yeah, I wonder if we should just build a conscription field.
Okay.
It feels like we want to build more recruitment stuff because we still don't have easy access to all of our troops, but we gotta be better at putting ourselves back together. This is such a short-term concern, but I think it matters because once we have the Chamber of Visions, we'll just step over here into the jungle region and got our replenishment there.
Dragon-blooded Shogunga.
Right, and then we have another.
A whole other theater.
We have another front. Yeah. Okay. All right. So what's up with Lord Mazdamundi? How Junshu's army's in pretty good shape now.
From celestial glory.
They really
Looks
are.
to be.
They really are. I mean, to be clear, they're all the lowest tier possible troops, but here's the thing about what we can see of Mazdamundi's army. It's all skinks, and I'm not afraid of skinks. maybe I'm overstating the degree of ease of killing these guys, but look at this. 30 armor. They have 120 bodies in this unit with a combined 8,000 health. So individually, skinks go down very, very quickly. They only have 29 melee attack and 23 melee defense. And you can see the other units of skinks, they're not terribly dissimilar in terms of some of them are considerably less tough actually. These chameleon skinks, they're blowgun infantry. So they have crummy range, and their whole thing is they're just supposed to run up to flank you and distribute the poison debuff. They're not supposed to be fighting troops. So you remember when I said we took all of their established settlements and we fucked up their recruitment capabilities?
Mm-hmm.
This
is what that looks like.
Yeah, this is this is the effect of that.
So would you say that army skinks on ice?
I wouldn't, because people don't actually say that things stink on ice in real life.
They absolutely do.
The phrase that you're making fun of there is not a, oh, okay, well, hold on a second.
No, that's an actual.
No, I know that it's an actual phrase, but it's an actual phrase from, like, this is a concern from the past, Amabel. People do not say that now. Well, okay, so this does change the math a little bit, the fact that there are 2 additional armies behind them. Although in this army, all we see is skinks and pterodons.
It's not that far in the past.
And in this army, all we see are skinks and pterodons. Amabel, I think they might not be able to recruit Sauruses.
Oh no!
If we made them unable to recruit Sauruses...
There is merit in this.
I don't want to overextend, but I do think an army of... I do think an army of real troops against an army that's made entirely of skinks is probably pretty badly weighted away from the skinks. And, like, this army still has Mazdamundi. But he's a wizard. He's a wizard with 32 melee defense. Like, we will just run at him. Yeah, I think maybe we're getting aggressive here. I think we fucked them up infrastructurally in a pretty serious way. So I'm gonna make a move here, and it's maybe gonna be really stupid and bad. If we lose Junshu, I'll be real sad because she's, like, quite developed. But I legitimately think this looks really bad for them.
Shenyang shows the way. Witness their demise.
So sail to the Shrine of Sotek and let's see what's what. Oh, you know what I should have done? Well, too late. Okay, yeah, that's an army entirely of skinks. So we're being told Pyrrhic victory, but it's also no losses on the auto resolve.
No losses. Yeah.
So the casualties will be, like, kind of high across. I'm just gonna take the auto resolve if you don't.
Yeah, I don't.
How bad is it? It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. So this is what I was talking about. There's no battle anywhere in all of recorded Warhammer time where a unit of chameleon skinks is going to get 108 kills. That shit just actually can't happen. Equally, this unit of man-eaters pulling 498 feels a little silly, but I guess at least theoretically possible. Yeah, this is a fucking bloodbath. Look at this. The units of ours that get the least kills are still like 2 dozen. Okay, well, this is mine, obviously. Ooh, Junshu's got a long ma.
With the long ma.
Yeah, we have that troop of long ma riders in Yuan Bo's army.
Oh,
the flying horse thing.
Right.
Well, it's not showing her on it, but yeah, no, that's a big deal. That turns her into flying cavalry if it's the same kind of thing. Yeah, flight. Yeah, that's a big fucking deal because she's got really good stats and a huge charge bonus. She's going to be absolutely terrifying. We were pursuing magics for her. We got all of her good magics. Well, we finished the magic line. We probably want to go back and fill some things in. Will of Dragons does what? It is +4 leadership for allies within 35. I mean, that's fine. You know what I might want to do is grab ranged discipline for her real quick. If we're planning on using her more as a like forward flanking ranged unit, you gotta be careful with large units as far as their missile exposure goes.
Right.
Now the question is whether Yasik is sufficient to attack here. So I think we're gonna rush him. Okay, we can see his army and it's all skinks. Yeah. I don't want to like totally undersell skinks. They're not horrible. And they do all have like poison attacks and stuff, and that's really useful. Distributing the poison debuff really fucks up an army. But these guys are really designed to be sort of like backup troops for for an army that has a bunch of sauruses and dinosaurs and shit in it.
Yeah.
And they're just not, like, they don't have a way of standing up against a bunch of human-sized guys with spears running at them.
Get him.
Now, the thing I was about to say with Junshu was, oh, maybe we should have grabbed some of the regiments of renown out of the recruitment pool here to, you know, to strengthen the army up a little bit. But maybe it's not even necessary, actually. This army is short a unit, so let's grab something. So what is this? This war drum does what exactly? It gives everybody around it bonus armor and charge defense with a 30-second cooldown. So it has a variety of like short buffs that it can distribute. Oh, and it is both yin and yang. That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
So it can provide harmony to anyone. And it's a Mastery of Elemental Winds unit. Yeah, that's really neat, actually. We don't have another... Is she? She's a Mastery of Elemental Winds unit. Yeah, actually. She seems to... Does she have 2 copies of it? No, it just has... It shares a token with something else. So actually, having a second one of these would be good. We'll go ahead and recruit this.
I expect loyalty, efficiency.
That'll be a good support unit for this army. And then let's fuck up Yasik. I seek to do violence. Did you get it?
I did get it.
Pyrrhic victory again with I'm just gonna eat another auto.
Take it.
Honestly,
let me appeal-
maybe we should have manually battled that one. Oof, yeah, geez. There's no universe where we lose that many. Well, actually, they have a lot of flying units. Maybe that's fair. But I did kind of want to see what kind of damage the cannons were going to rack up against these dudes, because our cannon numbers would have been considerably higher. The war drum killed 13 people somehow, which seems like a thing that's probably not going to happen in most battles. And then let's, I guess, get XP.
So let me do an appeal to your chat, to your commenters.
Okay.
If you've used the phrase "it stinks on ice," please respond in the comments. And
Yeah,
show
do
that you're cool. Show that your streets ahead.
Do tell me if I'm out of touch on this one. I think I'm right. I'm in a March mode. Luvq. I didn't realize that this person had a name that was so hard to pronounce. That's an L and then a V and then a Q. I don't know what to do with that. But in March mode, we can get within reinforcement range of Junshu,
Okay.
and then we've just like sheared off the whole front of their army. And Tarsik is indeed just skinks, and yeah, that's pretty bad news for y'all. I guess is what I have to say about that. Let's go ahead and build some stuff here. Yeah, trade income. Sure, we have some money. We got some money to play with. Zhang Yuejin is gonna keep an eye on the Dark Elves. There is a Dark Elf army massing up in this port. Just not too far from our stuff. And we do have the money to upgrade this. I would certainly wait, just upgrade Junshi first. So I think we're good. I think that was 1 hour long turn.
Yes. Just
But it was a big turn. It was a turn where a lot of important things happened.
yeah. You did a great job, sweetie.
Thank you. Oh, I didn't have our hero do anything at the end. He's supposed to be getting XP. I'm slowing his development. Oh no, Dark Elves, look out. Or, not Dark Elves. Bordalo, look out. You're going to be Doom harvested. You're going to have your Doom harvested. That sounds like a thing where they take away your Doom.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem so bad. I wish someone would harvest my Doom. You had a real excess of the shit piling up lately.
Yeah.
What's up, Tarsik? What's the good word? Forwards.
Yeah. Is that what we're doing? Okay. All
Are
right.
you sure?
buddy?
Because we are going to 40-man your army next turn. Like, all right. I just don't... He's allowed. Okay, so we have roughly 2 half armies of Dark Elves here. Are they going to... No? I was going to say, are they going to coalesce around the defense of the Chamber of Visions and try to make use of their numbers? But no, it seems like their plan is just to to cede the chamber and fall back to better defenses.
I mean, that
That might be
Makes sense,
right.
right?
Without knowing exactly what their whole deal is in the larger sense, that might be the right play for them. Hard to say. Wow, look at how strong many of the other players are. This bar is showing the balance of power.
yeah.
There's a lot of factions out there in the world that are 4 to 5 times as strong as we are. I don't love that. We don't have to deal with any of them directly, so I guess it's fine, but it is making me feel insufficient.
Hey, we dropped below 100 factions.
Hooray! Yeah, even Bordelo's showing is more powerful than we are. Our armies are kind of damaged. Armies are pretty damaged. I guess the game thinks we're in a much worse position than we are.
Game's not good at reading the game state.
Of this relay
Hooray!
ensures the mighty winds of magic are guided in a new direction. The Nongchang Basin holds magic beneath its fertile soil. The Wuxing compass can now direct it for the true benefit of Cathay.
That's a very slow line reading, huh?
A very slow read, yeah.
That's wild. All right. Chaos Dwarf factions. Lots of dead people. Reichland has overtaken Midland. I'm sure Toddy is furious. We finished our Moonwood construction. And one of our caravans reached Karaza Karak. Hooray. It will now begin the return journey to the capital. And we have completed 5 caravan journeys showing that we basically understand how the caravan thing works. Yo, that's a pretty fucking good banner. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're not gonna undergo anything huge here. We do know what our next research intent is. Sweet, jagged shrapnel.
All Cathay will thank us.
And yeah, I guess they're just coughing up. So these guys have a lot of territory, right?
Pay the price for your insolence.
Yeah, their territory, we can see it doesn't extend east very much, so it must extend south pretty far. They have 7 settlements, and here we can see 4 of them. So it should be, like at this point, it should be a one-directional battle, but I am a little worried about this territory just north of them that is held by this Corn Demon faction, because they could absolutely turn on us, and I do think they are predisposed to. The Blooded Wanderers, yeah, -122, improving to -120. Not big fans of our shit, actually. Okay, we have some friendly people with whom we are not trading.
For that is all I ever want.
Can I make that work? Can we? 3,200. My sweet fucking. All right, you know what? The number's going up. I'm gonna let the number keep going up. What about you guys?
Come then.
They want to trade. They like actively really want to trade.
Ulrich can judge it worthy or no.
I don't know that we need to secure a non-aggression pact or military access from Marienburg because they're on the other side of the planet. So I would love to take the balance of this offer in. Wow, that's not very much money.
Still is some money.
Well, they're actually positive. I'm sorry. I was reading that like they want this stuff bad. So if we put this on here, they'll give us more money.
Okay.
Empire's blessings, yes.
Non-aggression pact with Marienburg seems fine. This is just like a trade hub more than anything. Vistland and Nuln, do they want to agree to a? No, they don't. Not quite. They're getting there. Man, Elspeth von Draken was not in the game last time I played. This is a whole situation. And she's queen. She's the apparently the legendary lord of the place where they make all the good guns and cannons for the Empire.
Okay.
I'm curious about that faction. I'm going to look into them after the episode. Based pretty much entirely on her commanding visage here. All right, these guys are still tracking upward. Are we cool to trade yet? They will. Yes, they will take the trade order. Cool.
Very well.
All of this is more income for us. Are we back to positive? We're not, but we're pretty small negative at least.
Speak with respect.
So we are, it's hard to judge. It's like we have 4 damaged armies versus that, like, I try to eyeball how many stacks do I think they have. Right now, I guess it's pretty hard to tell. But basically, I think it's safe for Yuanbo to grab the chamber. If you don't mind me playing out what should be one pretty fast turn here, just that this wasn't a 1-turn episode.
Okay.
Yeah, let's 40 stack this this Chamber of Visions real quick so that we have a place to replenish. And it turns out this didn't matter at all. A decisive victory. Let us occupy. Ooh. Okay.
General of the Celestial Host.
You know, that's probably a little bit of an error on my part. I should have had Lei Tang's army be the one that did the attack, so that they got the good replenishment.
Our soldiers stand ready.
I think I am just going to demolish this. This ended up not being. I really thought that they were going to mass up around the Chamber of Visions.
Right.
That
You made the best decision you could with the information
that
you had.
it blows my mind that they did not decide to do that. Money making, sure. Yeah, money making seems good. This is also money making, also fine. And then, because I think up here we're gonna be able to continue just being in full bully mode here as well.
Offspring of dragons. Wind shaper.
Okay, we're gonna move you into backup position
One
so that Junshu may attack. Oh, Junshu doesn't have enough movement range to attack.
I am the pride of all Cathay.
Okay, we will move Junshu into reinforcement
The
position.
dragon-blooded.
You know, I will accept that outcome.
Okay.
Yeah, we lose 2 units of low-ranking spears. That's fine.
Earn the Emperor's love.
Did she just say earn the Emperor's love as we sent our troops to die? I don't love that. Here's the thing about emperors. They're never good.
Show them mercy.
Yeah.
It's never good to have an emperor or a king or
Natural authority.
hell, even presidents turn out to be not really sufficient. Let's definitely lower miscast chance, and then Might of Heaven and Earth is, I mean, that's pretty big. That's a pretty big buff. I do want to know that.
It is mine. by
So she's
blood.
almost got her faster magic charging. Although it hasn't mattered so much over here because the pool of winds of magic has been so
I was born
shallow
to wield it.
everywhere that we've fought.
Mm.
Where's the border's over there. I'm actually we're gonna march mode here and just get as close to Maku Peaks as we can.
Shugengan Lord reporting.
You want to stay within her
Spread the
zone of
Emperor's
control for reinforcement purposes,
word. To serve me
and probably
is a
just grab some more
privilege.
troops. Hey, look at that. We're reading slightly positive on money now.
Yay!
Unassigned skill points on our Gate Master after the battle here. Oh yeah, Seitang also leveled up. Get the other level of Fleet Finger, so 15% faster shooting. Seems pretty good. This hero needs to remember to actually take actions. So let's just go fuck with these armies. Assault!
Pawns shall regret their allegiance.
You gotta do stuff so you can gain XP, my friend.
This.
Failure. You know, it's still XP. Shang Yue Jin is still watching this army just kind of muster. Our Caravan Master also leveled up. We're going to take Hidden Stores. So, like, the first 2 points are Hidden Stores. Just reduce your casualty rate from attrition and increase your replenishment rate when you can replenish. The third point lets you replenish while you're on the move in enemy territory, which seems like a big deal to me. So that's part of the reason I'm pushing on that so hard. Being able to heal up basically wherever we are on the trail seems hugely helpful. And this is the gate master that we have running around on the world map. Okay. Ooh. High Sentinel can finally be upgraded to tier 4. It takes a long time to accumulate population. Okay, so the last thing. We are only running one active caravan now. Let's get a third caravan master running. We have a bunch of money we can pour into another caravan here. So, Rough Rider army has bonus four basic just peasant cavalry units. Oh no, those are Jade Lancers. Or Clandestine. This Lord's Caravan army has veteran units, and they gain XP constantly. Yeah, and there's a couple extra units of like Jade crossbows and stuff. I actually think this one seems really good. And then any additional units that his caravan recruits will benefit from that bonus XP per turn thing.
Yeah.
Now, all of the routes are pretty hot right now.
Do the routes ever dehotify?
Yeah, if you don't run them for a while, I believe that's what it said. If you don't run them for a while, they do cool down. Dehotify. We're very good and smart people. Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. I love you.
I love you too.
I guess let's just go to Null. It's gonna be a long...
Earn the Amabel fluff.
It's gonna be a long passage, but high value if you make it. Do your best, sir.
Lord Magistrate.
Renmo comes in with 3 skill points. So we can obviously, like, you can give him red line skills, just like a normal warlord, or yellow line skills. Tactician. Okay, this is all just basic army commander stuff. I am inclined to push on these skills for the reasons I was saying before. But
Our supremacy is assured.
you know, once you get those, then maybe a little bit of combat capability. I just don't think, in general, I don't think that the combat buffing skills are going to be enough to usually let
Building harmony.
a caravan army overcome the kinds of problems that they end up facing frequently, you know?
Yeah.
Wow, we only get 1 local recruitment capacity here. Okay, well, get me a new group of spears, I guess.
Dragon.
We could have him actually... Hold on.
Celestial General.
I will do that. But first I'm gonna
Simplicity is best.
do a unit exchange. Let's pass some stuff over from Yuan Bo's army.
Okay.
And then recruit with the plan of recruiting Jade Warriors in. And Yuan Bo can just run a little shorthanded for a bit. So I think what that means is probably passing over Gunners or Lions, because I don't want to reduce our infantry corps anymore. We can pass over a couple Lions. Right, I like keeping... So let's see here. We'll do like this and a unit of Gunners. That'll leave us with 5. This army is it's a very weird design. You know?
Yeah.
So if we do this, then Leitang can recruit to full here. And Yuan Bo can try to pick up some Jade units. I don't know if I want to do it now. And obviously there are some in the Regiments of Renown pool that we could grab. if we need new units right this second. A unit of Celestial Dragon crossbows and a unit of Celestial Dragon. These are halberd troops. Anti-large armor piercing. Yeah, I'm inclined to just wait on recruiting anymore for him. I think we're gonna be fine for the push here, and I wanna get him some better troops. Also, that army could probably use some cannons.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just it's a lot. It's a lot to find room for. And if we want to have room for the flying units and stuff in his army, it's a weird situation we're in. Okay. We're 4 turns until the next time we hit the compass, and we might actually be in position to make use of our new direction when that happens.
Okay.
Hopefully we'll be toward the end of our march on Hexawaddle, and we'll have done a lot of damage to these dark elves, and hopefully we just won't need the replenishment speed so much.
Yeah.
I don't know what this Cornate army is doing.
The Dragon Emperor's eye.
What's your deal? You demand a gift. No. Rejecting this will result in war. Who are you? Oh, they're gonna threaten my caravans, I guess, is the idea. But no, like they're in this tiny little pockets way up on the north side of the world. And being at war with me will make their neighbors like them even less. Yeah, I decline. They're gonna get warred and devoured by the other Cathayan factions. Speaking of the other Cathayan factions going to war, they have some very large armies if those balance of power bars are to be believed. Did you see Hexawaddle's? The bar with Hexawaddle was completely green. They have actually 0 troops right now.
Jeez.
So we're gonna. I mean, they had massed up 3 full armies and we killed them in 2 turns.
Yeah.
But you can't necessarily, perhaps in some contravention of common wisdom, you can't necessarily just go to war with the army you have. Sometimes you need to recognize when that is not going to be good enough.
Right.
Okay, here comes what's left of the Thousand Maws army from the south. They're going to try to mass up around the Sentinels, I guess. It will be interesting to see how this is going to play out. But if we can get a hold of Hexawaddle and get it leveled back up a little bit, that'll be our second Astromantic relay and our short campaign victory.
Yeah.
I'm glad this one spiraled a little bit and gave us more sort of like room and time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's been fun to watch.
Well, I'm glad you think so. You seem a little checked out. Oh no, Bull Guts Iron Hoarder. Up ahead, strewn across the road, is a crude barrier. Bandits. This is 3 units of Noblars and some Ogre Bulls. Obviously, we defeat them. We are not intimidated. Fuck you. We're doing this thing again, are we? All right. Well, this can be a place where we just quick save, or I don't know. Do you want to play this? We're 80 minutes into the episode.
Yeah, I was about to say. I thought I was pretty engaged for like the first hour. I don't think I'm that checked out. Jeez.
All right.
Jeez
We'll save this. We'll start the next battle with the next episode with a little bit of bloodlust. Try to get you drawn in. It's hard for me to understand how they think we're going to lose 2 melee units here, especially when we have organ guns.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll handle it. We'll handle it. So that's going to be it for us for today. A slow episode, but a very productive episode.
Yeah.
And when you come back next time, we are going to defend our trade routes against the predations of Bullguts Iron Hoarder. Ogres have such good names. And then we're gonna go on and we got some wars to win. I'm feeling pretty sanguine about it all, and our enemies will be too, because that word has two meanings. Amabel, reward, please.
Reward, baby. I think you're amazing on ice. I would buy tickets.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry, we can't get into another tangent. We're leaving. Goodbye. Come back next time, and we'll see you then.